first of all, before we even start children reading in prep, we make sure that they are able to track. So enabling us to see which children are able to track, we ask them on a piece of paper to make a little egg on the left-hand side of the paper, and then draw a branch right across the page. As straight as it can be, that child is ready and tracking and ready to start reading. If a child's line goes up the page or down the page, then they're not able to track. So therefore, some tracking exercises and shared reading with big text is needed for those children. So those children that can track start on their reading program straight away. The other children do a shared reading text and do lots of work getting the eye tracking ready. Right from the start, we use the Murray Clay 5-year net and 6-year net as the children are going through. First of all, looking at what the children know after being at school, the first few months of school, and being able to look at their sounds, if they're able to write anything. We do our reading groups, and for children to go into those reading groups, as I said, tracking and prep, and that's children are ready, so they might start at different stages into the actual individual reading program. We do running records every month for the students, and some students move more quickly, and so they might move a level without doing a running record, and that is fine. But every month a running record should be done on a child from prep right through to the end of their benchmark years.
Yes.
And so for some children that could be at year 3, but we would like to think that everybody is off benchmarks by the end of year 3. So when we look at building and analysing where children are, those running records aren't just to say this child is ready to go to the next level. It also asks us to look at what are they doing well, what aren't they doing well, what do I need to pick up on the teaching in the classroom. And it could be the blends at the beginning of words, in the middle of words, the ends of words. So, but it might also be the fluency. And as we come through, we do DRA also in our schools. So fluency is part of the build into DRA. So we're giving children lots of opportunities to read their work, and that within the running records needs to be addressed. If we collect the data of running records. Last year we used to do it on T-Drive, and I'll transfer the data in, but this year we're going to run a system where it's in a booklet form, and we can see, and the teachers are reminded that yes, we need to do a running record for this child, for this group, and it's building in that practice. If we see a child that is not progressing and has been on the same level for a couple of months, then I would need to go back and ask the teacher to come back and look at what is going wrong for that child and rebuild the program. Some of the blockages are that the child has moved too fast and has not cemented what they needed to do, and sometimes it needs to talk with mum and dad at home that we might bring them back a little so their fluency builds and the confidence builds as well. Sometimes it's because the comprehension isn't there as well, or they read through punctuation in a race to get things finished. So they're the common areas for for children not moving forward.
Mm.
And if I could just add, when we are at the level 12, 13 and 14 in reading recovery levels, or if you're using PM booklets, on the backs you can see the little flowers. If you're looking at the green level, that is crucial time for students. If they're going to fail at level 15, 16, it's because they haven't done enough work in that 12, 13 and 14 area. So much is happening there, and then it's starting to go away from picture to just text. So those children that are still relying heavily on picture cues lose it at the next stage up. So you find that children travel well, and then they will come a little bit unstuck, spend the time there before racing them on to the orange levels or 15, 16. Often those children are the ones that, if you're asking them questions, say, I don't know, or they're the ones that take a long time to process and answer the question, get the question right, but the time and the process is taking them a lot longer. So we flag those children and flag it in a way that they need to do a lot more memory sort of exercises within the class group. So building that into the program. They do the learning forward within their classes. They can see students that are moving forward. If there's a glitch and a child is having difficulty, that's when they would probably come and talk with me. And if it's a widespread and I can see it's affecting several classes, then I'll get those teachers together and we'll do a little workshop and look at the data more carefully with the children. And it might even be that I take a video of a running record and we dissect it to help. And each time we do running records, we get better.
Yes.
And so the more experience you have with running records and being able to analyse the data, it becomes easier.